All right, welcome back. Now, look, many people are likely familiar with the temple garment of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter day Saints, and a lot of people want to scoff at the idea of this. So, today I just want to quickly give some things to consider regarding the subject. All right, so firstly, members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter day Saints enter into covenant with the Lord to obey his commandments. The temple garment we wear is a reminder of this covenant, and it's an outward demonstration of our commitment to always take Jesus Christ's name upon us and to keep his commandments. Now, look, religious clothing is nothing new, right? Buddhist monks wear their robes, Jews have their head coverings, Catholic and Orthodox priests also with their robes, and so on. But for some reason, many want to disparage the Latter day Saint temple garment as being some sort of magical underwear. And frankly, such demonstrates a lack of understanding on the part of the individual regarding our garment. Would a person disparage a Christian for wearing a cross as some sort of hokey magic necklace? No, of course not, right? The cross is a symbol of that individual's faith in Jesus Christ. And similarly, the temple garment is worn as a reminder of our covenants with the Lord. And by the way, this is rooted in biblical precedent. Okay, so please allow me to share an example to illustrate. So this comes from the book of Numbers, chapter 15. I'll be reading here verses 38 through 41, where we read, "Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a riband of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it. And remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring. That ye may remember and do all my commandments, and be holy unto your Lord, or unto your God. I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt, to be your God. I am the Lord your God." Okay, so here, all the Israelites, not just the priests of the tabernacle, but all of the Israelites are commanded to adorn the borders of their garments in blue trim, specifically as a reminder of their relationship with the Lord and out of obedience to him and his commandments. Was this some sort of magical trim? No. Okay. Today, the temple garment is achieving the same thing as the blue trim here. So the attack, if you will, of magical underwear, surely it comes from the statement that if we wear the garment worthily, it will be a, quote, shield and a protection to us. Now, firstly, what does it mean to wear the garment worthily? Right? It means that we honor the covenants we entered into with the Lord. And what does it mean that it will be a shield and a protection to us? Right? Does that mean that the fabric of the garment will stop a bullet for me? No, that's not the claim, right? That it's not the piece of cloth on us that protects us, but rather it's the Lord who protects us as we abide in our covenant with him. And so I actually want to pull up another biblical example here to express this idea. This comes from Deuteronomy chapter 28. I'll read the verse 14 verses or so hang in there if you will. "And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Blessed shalt thou be in thy city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kine, and the flocks of thy sheep. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store. Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out before thee one way, and flee before thee 7 ways. The Lord shall command the blessing upon thee in thy storehouses, and in all that thou settest thine hand unto. And he shall bless thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. And the Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he hath sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God, and walk in his ways. And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee. And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods, in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy ground, in the land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers to give thee. The Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven to give the rain unto the land in this season, and to bless all the work of thine hand. And thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. And the Lord shall make thee the head, and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. If that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy God, which I command thee this day, to observe and to do them, and thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day, to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods to serve them. Okay, so again, we see ancient precedent for the Lord making promises to people if they will keep their covenants with him and obey his commandments. So therefore, right, proper wear of the temple garment, it's simply an outward manifestation of our inner conversion to the Lord and our commitment to keep his commandments. And by keeping his commandments, we are indeed blessed by his hand. So in conclusion, wearing the garment is a privilege, right? It reminds us of our sacred covenants with the Lord, and it's a pleasure to show him our love for him by obedience to his commandments. There's nothing hokey about it. We wear it because Christ lives and because he is covenanted with us, not just with them of old, but with us today as well. Thanks for listening.